Hey there, comic book fans. I'm John Andersen, and I just watched episode 17 of Arrow, and the bee puns did not stop this episode. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, keep in mind I'm going to be going through key plot points from the episode, so here is your spoiler warning. And there it goes. Now, the villain in this episode is Brie, who obviously has an infatuation with bees, and ironically has no connection to Damien Dark's hive, which I thought was kind of surprising. Like, you figured they would go hand in hand. But the way this episode plays it, it's like they have no connection, and it's just coincidence, I guess. So Brie has escaped from prison, and she wants the chip that's in Felicity's spine because she's having an issue with her spine as well. But her character comes off really bratty and kind of almost teenage angsty, in a sense, if that's a description that you can use. But I did like her bee henchman. He was very reminiscent of the Yellow Jacket suit from Ant-Man, but I think I like this design a little better, and he was quite an adversary for Oliver as they were fighting. And after Brie is defeated, Thea tries to convince Felicity to come back to the team after the rush and excitement that they just had, but she's not budging, and it seems like this is the final nail in the coffin for Felicity as a part of Teen Arrow, because we have a Felicity-S character that seems to be filling her role. And that would be no other than Curtis Holt, better known in the comics as Mr. Terrific, and we get another nod to that comic book persona with his last line in the episode being terrific. And he was definitely the best part of the episode. His levity and humor definitely added a lot to the episode. My only concern is that he lied to his husband about his whereabouts that day, and I feel like they're just trying to force conflict between the two, because obviously he's going to go out again and work for Team Arrow, and I just wish the episode didn't do that. Doesn't seem necessary. And finally, Laurel seems to be taking the stronghold on helping Oliver get over Felicity, and that's definitely signs of them rekindling their relationship for each other. And I like how they approached it. It was very subtle, not like hitting you over the head like, oh, this is the next love interest, so they could still play around with other things as they come up. But if they slowly progress the relationship back, I think I'll be into it, because in the comics, Green Arrow always gets with Black Canary. So that's my thoughts on episode 17. If you guys like this video, be sure to share and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook at John Ryan Andersen, or on Instagram and Twitter at The Comic Look. Remember guys, as always, comics do deserve a second look.